Welcome back to another DIY shaker tutorial. This one is going to be for our Valentine's Day magnets. We have our cherries, our teddy bear with a heart, and our hugs and kisses magnet. I just kind of wanted to go over how to take things out of the box since we did change our packaging recently. You'll open it up and pull this whole thing out, and it should all come out in one go. And then your glue and your glitter spoon will be here. And your foam tape is in the back behind your magnets. And then when you pop off the glitter jars, it's really easy just to twist them off instead of pull them straight off. So you twist, just make sure not to twist in the direction of opening the glitter container. And you can do that for all of them. And there you go, let's get started. So here's the contents included in this kit. We have our hugs and kisses magnet, we have our teddy bear magnet, as well as our cherry magnet. We have foam tape, glue, glitter spoon, and all the glitter that goes with your magnets. The first magnet that we're going to start off with is the cherry magnet. And for this, the glitter that you'll need is the red and the gold. We're going to start off with our magnet paper, as well as the white background. You'll match it up to make sure that it's the right direction. You'll see if you do it the wrong way, it won't line up correctly. And then we're just gonna peel off the very top portion of the backing paper so that you only stick a little bit at a time. Go ahead and stick that. Then you'll lift up your base piece and pull the rest of the backing paper off and smooth it out. Next, we're going to line up your red piece, make sure that it's the right direction, and then you're going to take your glue and make sure you get the outline of the cherry bottoms. And then the top part is not as important to get the outside. You'll flip it over and center it onto your white piece. I like running my finger across, make sure it's all nice and flat. And then while that dries, we're gonna work on the outline. That's gonna let you know if you have a protective cover on top of it. So we're gonna line up our outline to make sure that our cherries are in the right direction and peel off that top part, and the Sharpie mark will go away. Turn your outline upside down and very thinly glue around all of this top piece. You can either do lines like this or you can do dots, and then run your glue tip across the dots to make it even. Then we're going to flip that over and center it on your acetate. Once you kind of got it on there, place it down and run your fingers across every line. Now, for the leaves, we're going to put them on top. And I marked the back of the leaves with a little dot so you know which way faces down. So we're gonna glue in these little holes right here, and this goes down, so we'll fit this in here and the other one as well. Make sure that's nice and stuck. And now for the foam tape. Now the glitter is only going to be in the base of this magnet, so we're going to start the top here, press down with your finger, and then every time you have a curve, you're going to kind of rip the backing paper on the foam tape so that you can move it to where you want it to go. Then you'll just press down as you go and rip the paper every time you have a curve. And then once we get to the end, we're gonna kind of overlap it just a little bit cut it off. And then for this part, since we're not going to have any glitter, we're just going to put a line straight across the top. And then if you want to, you can also put them on the stems of the cherries. Now we're going to take our red and gold glitter, open that up, pour it inside, or you can use your glitter scoop to stick that in there. You might not use all of it, and that's totally fine. Just make sure that you close the container so you don't spill it everywhere later. We're going to take the backing piece off of your acetate so we still have a Sharpie mark here on the top. I'm gonna roll that off the side, peel it away. And then we're gonna peel all the backing paper off of your foam tape as well. Once you have that all done, we're gonna shake the magnet side to side a little bit to make sure all of the glitter is flat. Then we're going to look from straight above so that when we line them up, we have the best chance of getting it right the first time. Then I'm going to take my finger again and go all the way around the outline. Sometimes they'll have some that poke up. If you can see, they didn't fall flat. If you just kind of knock it, they should all come out and you can lay it flat again. And there is your first magnet. The next magnet we're going to work on is the teddy bear magnet. The glitter that you'll need for this is the one that has significantly less red and white glitter, because you can't fit a lot in this one. The space is pretty small. We're going to start again by lining this up to make sure it is the same direction. It's really easy to tell here if it's backwards or not because this won't line up at the bottom. We're going to peel off the top of the backing paper on his ears, flip it over, and then we're going to line it up and push down on just the sticky part. Then we'll peel this up, peel that back, and line it up the rest of the way. Our next piece is going to be this brown piece, light brown piece. Line it up to make sure it's the right way, flip it upside down, and then glue all the way around the edges. Flip it over and center it on your back piece. We next have our outline for the bear. We're going to use a really thin glue line to glue all of these pieces to make sure they're nice and stuck. So even if you want to use the dots here to make sure that you don't have too much glue, that's perfectly fine too. And we'll flip that upside down and center it on our light brown piece of paper. And I'm going to use my finger to just gently slide across the whole thing to make sure it's all attached. For the nose, I'm just going to drop a bead of glue right there, pick it up with my finger, and place it right on there. There you go. While all that's drying, we're going to go ahead and work on this top piece here. We're going to peel off our backing paper with our Sharpie mark and take our outline. Put glue on both of these sides here. Flip it upside down and center it as best as possible. And then we also need to glue this one down. Around the edge, middle, and center it on this bear's little heart here. We're going to go ahead and do the foam tape. We're going to start in the middle of the heart here. Press it down with your thumb and then break the paper around the corners. So you're just pressing down with your thumb and pulling with your other hand. Overlap it here a little bit and then cut off the extra. Now we're going to take our glitter, and it's probably going to be better to scoop it in here because of how small the space is, but if you want to dump it, you can try doing that too. Depending on when you get the kit, our glitter is going to be a little bit different, but it's the same concept. Close the lid so you don't accidentally spill it. And then we're going to pop the backing paper off of the foam tape. Make sure that we took off our backing paper from the acetate. And then we'll look down again and center it as best as possible. I'll go over it with my finger around the edges to make sure everything is down correctly. A little bit of a shake test, make sure nothing falls out. And there's your teddy bear. The last magnet here is going to be our Hugs and Kisses magnet. And it's all the same colors basically as the last one. We're going to line this up to make sure it's correct. Peel up the backing paper from just the top of this magnet. Center it and push down on the sticky part. Then pull up and pull the rest of the backing paper out. Line up the back and press it all down. Then we're going to take our red outline, line that up as well, flip it upside down and glue along the edges. Flip it over and center it. Now we'll take our outline, make sure to center this as well to make sure we have the right direction. Peel off the backing paper. And we'll use thin lines here as well. If the glue peeps out of the sides, it's totally fine because it dries clear. But it's a little easier if you have thin lines in the beginning to help prevent that. Flip it over and center it on your acetate. Now to do the center of the O's, we're going to stick it on top of this without putting the foam tape there. And just put a little circle around each of these center pieces. Then we'll take our small pieces here and just put them right on top. There you go. And then we will do the foam tape. Start at the top as always. And we're going to press down with our thumb and pull with our other hand to do all of these curves. Once you get to the top, overlap it just a little bit and cut the extra off. Then we will pour in our glitter. If your curves start coming up a little, go ahead and just press them back down. It happens a lot. It's totally normal. Make sure to shake it a little bit to make sure everything is lying flat. And close your glitter when you're done so you don't spill it everywhere. We're going to take the backing sheet off of our acetate. And the backing paper off of our foam tape. Look at it from the top and push it down once you have it centered. If you have pieces coming out from the circles here, that's totally fine. You can also take tweezers or a pair of scissors and just kind of push it back under and press on it to help it stay underneath there. Do a little bit of a shake test to make sure nothing pops out. And you're done. Thank you so much for joining me in making this Valentine's Day shaker magnet DIY. I hope you guys enjoyed. These are probably my favorite ones that I've done so far. I will link the rest of the kits in the description and let me know how you liked it. Thank you so much for watching.